Hi, Dave Karger here at the IMDb studio at the Toronto International Film Festival, and now I'm here with the director and several cast members from the fantastic movie Knives Out. Rian Johnson is the director, and his cast is Don Johnson, Jaeden Martell, and Jamie Lee Curtis. Hello to you all.
There's more of us.
I know,
there's
well,
like way
a lot more.
if anyone has seen the trailer, this cast needs to be seen to be believed. What a fantastic electric premiere you guys had here in Toronto last night.
So much fun.
Was it crazy to see it and experience it with that audience?
Well, that's what I love this festival so much, and I mean, the main reason is the audiences. It's just a movie-loving town, and it was so much fun last night, and especially for these guys. It was the first time that Jaeden and Jamie were seeing the movie, so for them to see it for the first time with that crowd, it was really fun.
So, Don, you had seen it before in a quieter situation, or
Yeah, I've seen it basically in the
I think he has a screening room in his home.
No. It was just me and another person, and of course I enjoyed it. But last night I said, "Oh, that's the movie."
Rian, did you have to kind of build in? I guess you don't want to be that cocky, but moments of quiet after a great line so that if the audience does laugh, they're not missing something? Or do you never dare to even try to do that?
You don't want to tempt fate,
Right.
no, because then if you don't get the laugh, it's a long dead pause in the desert. Yeah, no, but it's you never know. That's the other fun thing is you never really know until you put it in front of a group of people. It's like that old board game Mousetrap. You build the mousetrap, you never know until you start the marble rolling.
I used to love that game so much. Do they still make
exist?
that? It needs to. I bet it does.
Send me a copy.
Mousetrap, it was so great. Jamie Lee, I would imagine, for the audience, the scenes that are the most fun are when the entire family is together.
No question.
Was it that way? Was it the more the merrier situation on the set?
Absolutely. It's the fun of an ensemble is the word ensemble. It is a great treasure to be able to be one of a group and to be able to really practice your listening skills. And you really are appreciating the great work of all these people. And you have to kind of catch yourself. Like, there's so many examples. But Michael Shannon, he is, and he wasn't at the premiere last night, which is such a bummer because he's such a great actor. And so there was a moment where Don and he get into it. And watching the two of them, you know, you have a cue coming up, and yet you're trying to be in character and trying to react, and yet at the same time you can't help it. It's like Michael Shannon and Don like going at it. I mean, it's a challenge, but all of us were up to it.
Funny you say that. My next question was to Don, what's it like to be in a slap fight with Michael Shannon?
I won.
You kind of did.
I like that you called him.
I won.
I like that you called him Skippy.
Yeah.
That was great.
First of all, working with all of these actors and actresses was joyous. I mean, when we were all together and we were all clicking, it's kind of like an orchestra. And the conductor here is waving the wand, and you're watching all of this stuff. And I'm with Jamie. It was hard not to get so involved in the scene that you're watching. Then is it me?
It's my cue.
Because everyone is so damn good.
All right, Jaeden, your character is a kid unlike any I've seen in a movie before. They basically call you, is it Nazi child? Is that what they're calling you? Or I mean, you're this alt-right teenager. What was your first reaction when either Rian told you about the character or you read it?
Well, yeah, he's let's put it this way, he's not the best person, not the best human being, but it's worth it to work with Rian Johnson and this incredible cast. So as soon as I heard about it, I was like, okay, I'll play a Nazi. Yeah, as long as I get to work with these incredible people, it's like, yeah.
By the way, I want to remind you, no one is born a Nazi. So it's a learned behavior.
Yes, very good.
So blame the parents.
Right.
But he did go right out and buy a MAGA hat.
So for people who don't know, Don, your character and Jamie Lee's character are married. Your son is Chris Evans. So which features did Chris Evans get from you, and which did he get from Jamie Lee?
That's Dave. That's one of those questions we're just going to have to toss to the audience.
You can kind of see it though, like in the scenes where the three of you are together. I'm like, kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I get it.
I'd say he got a lot of his father, if you know what I'm saying.
He certainly behaves like his father.
Ryan, when you think about the casting for this, I mean, I'm sure you probably basically got everyone you wanted, but you know how it always is with actors and agents, they want to know who else is in it before they put their clients in it. Who's the one person who, when you had that person on board, then all the other puzzle pieces fell into place?
Well, you look at me expectantly.
It was me.
Come on, I'm not going to answer in front of these guys.
Yes, you are. I think there's a very natural.
Very natural. So Daniel Craig actually
Thank
was the
you.
very first one to sign up for it.
Oh, he was?
He was, yeah, and he was kind of, because he plays kind of the eccentric detective in this. He's like
he's
the Poirot
brilliant.
type.
He's so
So
good.
good in it, yeah. And
The
he
Southern accent.
and he's
Yeah.
such a great actor. And so once we got him in there, we were making the movie, and we could say, okay, we're throwing this party. Who wants to come?
I would have gone to the opening of a door if you said Daniel Craig is inside that door. I would have walked through it. I don't care what outfit you put me in. Tell me who to be. I don't care. I will walk through that door.
By the way, join the club. There's a lot of people in the movie audiences who feel the same way. Biggest wild card in the cast? Who was most unpredictable?
So, well, I mean, not in terms of like on set or anything like that. Everyone was super cool, but for me, the biggest unknown, which is also the most pleasant, wonderful surprise of the movie, is Anna de Armas, who
She's fabulous.
is in a movie that's just full of movie stars and heavy hitters. Anna is a little less well known. I think that's going to change really quickly because she's just absolutely extraordinary in the movie.
And people will know who she is from Blade Runner 2049, but this is a role where she really gets to show off what she can do in a
And she
strong
brings so much heart, so much emotion to it. She's such a talented actor. I mean, I was, really, really happy to have her in it.
Got to ask one question about the music. You put one of my
Isn't it
favorite
great?
songs. The music is great. One of my favorite songs of all time is More Than This by Roxy Music, which is also featured very heavily in Lost in Translation, which is
Yeah.
another movie I
Yeah,
love so much.
yeah.
Was that a coincidence? Was that like a little nod to Sofia
Toni
Coppola?
Collette chose that because there's a scene
Oh.
where Toni like does a freestyle dance, and she's like, I was like looking through songs, like, what about this? What about this? She goes, no, what about this? And she hits that, and so it was that was the worst Australian accent in the world. Apologize to all of Australia. And so she was the one who picked that, and then we had to pay to clear it. So thanks, Toni.
Yeah, right. Thanks a lot.